record. There we go. That's us officially recording. No hassles, no fusses, no little things that go and bump in the night to make the recording not work. So let's hope that this is all good. So how are you doing, Craig?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Just lots of
Great.
work.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
It's not, it keeps me occupied. So do you want to tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about the band then, please?
Yeah, Brain Size 61. We're from Montreal, Canada. We've been around for 30 years. We recently released our sixth album on vinyl because that was our dream. We always wanted to make an album on vinyl. I'm the singer. My brother Mike is the guitar player. My niece April is the bass player and our music guru. And our drummer Stu happens to be my son's best friend who joined the band when he was 15 years old.
That's amazing. Nice
Yeah.
little close circuit then.
Yeah. It's the drummer that we had uh actually it's been quite a few years ago now. He decided I just can't do this anymore. I don't like staying up late and playing gigs and stuff. So we were looking for a new drummer, and my brother thought of Stu because he was, the girls would all scream in high school when they saw his high school band play, and called him up. And Stu said, "Yeah, man, I'm down with that." Showed up at the first practice, could play all the songs from our first album, but he played them one third faster than the old drummer did, which is actually a good thing in punk rock. So yeah, it all worked out good from there. First gig, he was in a bar, 15 years old. His dad had to come. His dad said, "Hey, Stu, first time in a bar and you're with your old man, you loser."
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So it
Yeah.
does. It sounds like you all gelled together because there's a few of you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let me see. Two. We've got yourself, Craig. We've got Mike, your brother, as you
Yeah.
mentioned, on guitars. We've
Yeah.
got Keith on bass and vocals.
Uh, that's probably, is that
It might be an old thing that I've
it's
seen
an
on the
old thing.
internet.
Yeah.
It might
Keith,
be.
that's real old. Yeah.
Is it
Keith was our bass player. Yeah. Right now there's just the four of us.
just the
Uh,
four?
it's me, Mike, April, and Stu.
Well, it's sounding fantastic. I've been listening to some of the old tracks on YouTube tonight, and
Thank
they're
you.
absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Um, I do understand why you didn't send me some of them because some of them do swear. I do have the wonderful ability to take the swearing out, though. I
Okay.
taught myself that a few years ago. It took a while, but
There- there-
I learned
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there is one called Catharsis, which is really bad. My brother Mike actually wrote the lyrics about his ex-wife. Um, and that was when it came out at the time, people were still stealing music, and it was one of the top 10 stolen songs in China for a little while.
Wow.
But when we play that one live, I always say, whether you're a man, a woman, or a farm animal, if you have a relationship that ends badly, I mean, really, 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 really badly, you sit there in the dark little corner of your dark little room thinking dark little thoughts. Well, Mike, he took those thoughts and he wrote them down, and this is his catharsis. And the song begins, but you'll never be able to play it on the radio.
Yes, I didn't come across that one on YouTube, but I'll definitely look out for it because there's something about being angst and heartbroken that writes the best songs.
Very bad words. Very, very bad.
You should see what my friends try and get me to play on the radio, and it's like, you do
I'm
realize that I
sure.
can't play that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But it's fantastic. So tell me what you're doing now then. You did say that you've got new vinyl out, the Pud Knockers Ball, which I'm
Yep.
very excited to have received. I haven't taken it out of its packaging yet because I'd I think I'd like to keep it preserved and hang it on my wall in my studio.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we have the Pud Knockers Ball on vinyl. Mike and I, we always because we're a little older. And we grew up with vinyl, and vinyl's the coolest. And it was our dream to make a vinyl. So we made a vinyl, and I got to say, I took that vinyl out and I put it on the little turntable that I got, and I listened to it. I'm like, man, that's me.
Oh, I bet
That's
it
me.
sounds amazing.
Super cool. And we have our merch shop on Spotify and on our band website. And as of yesterday, we can also ship to Europe. So we can ship to Canada, US, and Europe now. So
And it
yeah,
was very quick shipping as
yeah.
well from Canada
UK was amazing.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
UK to Scotland. It was
yeah,
very quick. I didn't expect it to be that quick. That was less than a week.
yeah.
So
I was
it
really
was a
surprised.
total surprise to me as well.
Great.
Was it quite expensive to send it over, or was that okay?
Actually, I think it was about 15 Canadian dollars.
That's not too bad then.
No, 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 not at all.
Not at all. For a fantastic, I mean, the artwork on it is amazing. I
Yeah,
keep
we
taking
have.
it out, looking at it, and like I'm going to get something that I keep seeing it on other people's things, and it's just a little bit of wood that says now playing, and I just want that on the wall, and then I can put my vinyl on there when I play it, and I can't wait until I can do live, and then I can play some vinyl live.
It's pretty cool. It's an actual painting. Keith, who was our old bass player, who we're still pals with, his ex, he's an artist, he's a cartoonist. If you see a lot of the band cartoon art or things, Keith did all that. Um, his ex was a painter. We have a few albums that she did the cover of. There's one where there's a sheep knocking down a door and there's some feet. There's one with a clown popping out of the middle of a highway in the middle of nowhere. And this one, and we'll contact her and we'll say, hey, what kind of art you got that we can look at? And she goes, man, I love you guys. You always take the most screwed up paintings that I have and pick them as album covers. But this one just kind of seemed perfect for Putt Knocker's Ball. So yeah, yeah.
It's very good. I can't wait to hear. You'll have to send me the album so I don't have to break the seal at the moment.
I'll send you another one. No problem.
Thank you. I can have one for display and one for my record players. I'm in
One
the
to show and one to
process of,
go. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll definitely I'll definitely play some vinyl on my. I'm planning once I'm just about finished my studio, so I reckon another week and it'll be there, and then I can start
Awesome.
doing live shows on streaming some live shows.
Super cool.
Um,
Yeah.
and then if I'm streaming on things like YouTube or Twitch or um Facebook or TikTok, it doesn't matter about the swearing because nobody cares.
Oh, that's
Because
true. Yeah.
I'm not under a radio station and ground rules, so I can play all my favorites.
It's amazing.
Mm. Sometimes the songs only have one swear right at the end, and you think,
Yeah.
oh, but that's easy to edit.
Yeah. We recorded uh, many years ago, and our manager at the time, who became our record company, it's a one-man thing, Milagro Records. He's great, and he does a lot of stuff, and a lot of the reasons that we're anywhere is because of him. Um, he said we're in a real recording studio with tape, and he said, you can't swear because it'll never get on the radio. And right after that, I think a lot of stuff came out with swearing, and you know, like you said, as long as it's on the internet and it's not commercial radio, you can say anything you
Yeah,
want.
you can say
Yeah.
anything.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Um, I do like a little bit of swearing. Sometimes it's justified in a song. You need that little bit of punch. A
Sometimes.
lot of people are now doing versions, though. They're doing clean versions and like dirty versions as well. So that's quite
Hmm.
good because I get copies of both. And it's
Okay.
like when I do my live show, I can play what I want. I can't wait. So, in 30 years, how many albums have you done then? Because I've seen that there was quite a few.
We've done six. Four are CDs, which are also available on our merch shop. We did a 30th anniversary greatest hits. That's only available electronically. And the sixth one is the new one, Podknocker's Ball, on vinyl.
So tell me where you can get these, especially the one that's only online, that's only downloadable, that's just the
Um,
files.
You can, well, everything's on Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, all of that stuff. If you want to buy the actual merch, we have our band website, brainsize61.com. But yeah, Spotify, iTunes, we're on all that stuff. And
You've
I
got
think
to be
everything's
now.
on YouTube as well. Yeah, everything's on YouTube. You can listen to all the songs.
Yeah, I was listening to quite a lot of them tonight. Some absolutely bangers. Um, Step on My Face Waltz was a particular one that I had. I liked the name of that. I think that's quite good. Step on My Face Waltz.
That's an interesting one because I wrote the lyrics a long, long time ago and forgot about the song completely. And we jam at my brother's house in his garage, and we were going through a box of cables trying to find a cable for something. And at the bottom of the box, this crumpled up piece of paper, which was the lyrics, and I found it and pulled it out. It's about moshing and getting your. We have a video that goes with that one too. I don't know if you've seen the video, where I'm dressed up as a weird clown and a weirder clown steps on my face, and it's a very surreal, sort of bizarre video. Uh,
Yeah, your videos are a little bit out there. They're great. They're absolutely visually fantastic.
thank you.
I mean,
um,
I see a lot of videos and a lot of it's just a band sitting in a stage and
mhm.
going round, and you have plot lines and everything.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a high
Pretty
school play. We do it all ourselves, and the two new videos. Uh, the boyfriend of one of my daughter's friends, he actually works in the movie business, and he was part of the team that won the Special Effects Academy Award for the movie 1917. And he's just a really nice guy. He digs the band, and he's like, "Hey, man, let's make some videos." He said, "You do the storyboards, you think it all up," and he showed up with a professional iPhone and a gimbal, and we had the idea and set everything up. And he's like, "Oh, your head on the table, no problem. The severed arm playing the keyboard." He did all that stuff, and he did it for fun. He just because he enjoys that kind of stuff. So that was amazing, and people we're really lucky to have people that we just happen to know that want to do stuff for fun.
Well, that's the main thing. That's why I do
Hmm.
this is for fun.
Yeah,
I don't do it for money. I don't make a penny off this. I do it purely out of passion.
yeah,
Because I love the music. I love the buzz of getting brand new songs that nobody's ever heard of before, and then bringing them to an audience, and
yeah.
then having the people come back to me saying, your record play, your airplay, we've had airplay in this place, and this place, and this place, and it's
Hmm.
great. It's such a
Yeah.
buzz. And then going to see bands. I mean, have you got plans to come across this side of the pond?
Oh my gosh, that would be a dream come true, but yeah, not at the moment. And we're actually thinking about when we want to play again, because playing in Montreal in the winter is awful with the snow and stuff and your gear and
Yeah.
everything. So, we're princesses. But yeah, that would be awesome, but we're not quite there yet. In fact, talk about being played everywhere because we're kind of under the radar and stuff. You gotta enjoy all the little things that might happen, like meeting you, getting played on your show. It's like amazing. Who'd have ever thought I'm going to be interviewed for a radio show in Scotland? It's just like the most amazing thing. And I think it was yesterday we found out there's Banks Radio Australia. For this week, we're number 3 on their top 10, which, I mean, it's just stuff like that. It's just super cool. You got to
Amazing.
enjoy the moment. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do. Take the little moments and run with
Yeah.
them and then see what they develop into. That's
Yeah.
the way that I see it. I've got huge dreams that are probably inachievable, but all the
Hmm.
little ones, all the little steps are what I'm working on. And
Yeah.
maybe one day I'll reach what the big dream, but all the little steps in between is what I'm focusing on now, and all the
Hmm.
happiness and all the I try and get my fingers in as many pies as I can.
Yeah.
So just anything media related, if somebody says, "Do you want to do it?" It's just, yep. Who knows
Sure.
where it'll take me? And
You
if
gotta go
nothing
for
else,
it.
it's been a great day and a little bit of experience in something
Yeah.
else.
Hmm. Yeah. It's like, you start out, you have a band, you're playing other people's music, you're doing covers, and you think, oh, could we write a song? So we write a song, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. And then, it progresses. Could we make an album? So we made an album. Um, we made a video. Could we get our video on television? We had two of our videos on television in Canada. A Stingray. I don't know if you have Stingray in Europe,
No, we
but
don't.
it's all over North America, and it played quite often. But you don't make any money out of it, so you got to enjoy it. Hearing your song on the radio, that's something no one else can really. Yeah, you can't really describe the feeling. And then recently with the vinyl, I mean, that was, when you put your own vinyl on after you've been listening to vinyl for years and years, and it's you, people can't relate to the feeling, you know?
Hmm. No, I do get the feeling. I still get little thrills when I see my name. Like when somebody takes a photo of the radio station in their car and it has my name on it. I still get a thrill from that. I
Yeah,
still get a thrill when one of the other, if I'm listening in before a show starts, like the presenter before me will introduce me, and I still get a buzz off that.
yeah,
I still get excited to hear my name on radio. It's
yeah.
crazy.
And you're a DJ that people hear all over the world. People are
All over
sending you
the
songs
world.
from everywhere, right? That's amazing. Yeah.
I still think nobody listens. I still just do it for my own pleasure. But then obviously people listen because, like yourself, that came out of nowhere. You just contacted me. I don't have no idea where you got my
No,
details, and that was just fantastic. It's amazing.
well, this album is a little different because we kind of pushed a little more. Before we'd make the songs and we think, oh, they're really good, and we'll let Pierre from Milagro Records do whatever. And we had a little bit of success this time. We pushed a little more, and we were like emailing people and Googling, where can I find internet radio stations? And I think it was Mearns FM that I actually
Mm,
found. And then through that, we found you. But we found a lot of people. But the first song when we came up with the single for "It's All Good," um, it's been played almost 13,000 times in 104 countries. And you look down the list of countries and like, what dude in Nigeria is going to pick my song and play it? It's just like the weirdest thing. But yeah, 104 countries.
amazing.
And for a while, most people like you see the cities that people are listening. One day there was 75 people in Helsinki that were listening to us. How does that happen? I have no
It's
idea.
the power of the internet now. It's a
Yeah.
magical. It can be a magical thing. It can also be a very terrible thing. But I like to see the positive
Yeah.
sides in it, and it's a magical thing for me. I use it
Mhm.
in all the right ways. If something depresses me, or I don't watch things like news or stuff because I can't cope with it. So I live in my little radio world in my music bubble, and I'm quite happy in that. So that's what I
Cool.
use the internet for, is to push that and get more listeners and get the I mean the amount of music I get is astronomical, and it's great getting it out to other people. It's so good.
I heard there's 70,000 new releases in the world every week.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a lot of music.
That's a lot of music. I mean, people ask me what my favorite band is. I can't tell you what my favorite band
No,
is now because I listen to so much different music every day that it's difficult to narrow it down.
I'm
Um,
the same way. Yeah. Yeah. Through my whole life, you start high school, you're listening to certain bands, and then you progress to who you're listening to at the moment. But, you know, uh, it changes all the time. And then you'll go back to some of the bands that you know from before, things like that. So yeah,
mhm.
it's great. There's so much out there. There's so much to listen to and so much to discover.
There is. There is the problem of artists like yourself being paid those big companies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, earn a living or or eat off of all of that stuff. I know the videos that we had played on television, they played about 500 times, and I personally made $50 from that. But if that had
Wow.
been music television from 10 years before, um, I would have made 25 or $30,000. But that's the way
Yeah.
music is. And if you're not doing it because you love it and you enjoy it, then just don't do it, right?
Well,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. The passion comes through, I think. If you're
Hmm.
passionate about something, it comes through in what you say, your lyrics, just the way you
Yeah.
play, the way you stand, everything. If you've no
Yeah.
passion, it doesn't sound right. You could
No,
be the best,
no, and it's
the most fantastic singer in the world, the most
mhm.
fantastic guitarist, but if there's no passion behind it, it's
Got to be
kind of
some
like
soul,
drum
man. Soul.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
You do need soul, exactly.
Yeah. And suffering.
And suffering. Well, they do say suffering makes the best lyrics.
They do. I don't know. Anyway, it's, if it's all gelling together, I mean, when you're playing live together, it's like, especially for our type of music, it's like you're on this, speeding locomotive that you're in total control of, and you're in this zone, um, and it's indescribable, but it's super cool.
I love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely love all genres of rock, but particularly punk. I'm actually off to a punk night in my town on Saturday that my friends have
amazing.
organised. So I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Who's
So
the
I've
band? I'm
got
gonna
my
check them out.
I would have to. I'll send you a link to the
Cool.
page.
Yeah.
It's a company called Gaslight Productions in here in Angus in Scotland,
Hmm.
and they put on stuff in the local clubs, and we have a little festival that we do every year. So we've been organising that for next year. Um, bigger and better next year. We had 13 weeks to put a festival on, 8 of us, and we managed. I did nothing. I sat back and watched the rest of the committee and just I was there on the day. I did all the videos, I did photos, I did videos, I was in all the meeting all the bands and just doing all the stuff that I do anyway. And it was great. But we had 13 weeks and we pulled off a 3 day festival.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah.
So this year, next year, we are looking at some bigger acts and hopefully we'll get that, and hopefully we you can come across. Um,
Very tempting offer. That'd be amazing.
well, I've got another band that they're looking to tour Scotland, so they've
Mhm.
asked me to help kind of figure out what festivals there are and venues that they could tour in Australia. They get grants because the Australian music scene's pretty bad. Um,
Wow.
they're getting grants and stuff off the government to make music, so I think that's fantastic. If there's anything in Canada like that, I think, getting
Stuff, it's
entertainment
very
grants.
difficult. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult in Canada. In Canada, it's really hard to get on commercial radio. Um,
Right.
and the only way to really get on commercial radio is to be signed to a major label. And to be signed to a major label, you kind of have to get signed through the US. It's a
Right.
really weird situation, but that's the way it is. And you got to live within that. I mean, we make the music and let the universe take care of the rest.
Well, I think the universe is doing pretty well because you came across my path and I've now found another fantastic band that I'm desperate to support. So
I agree. Thank you.
in
Thank you.
any way,
Great
shape,
coming
or
across your
form.
path. Thank you.
So what's next? More
uh,
songs in the winter, more writing.
yeah, we'll start working on more songs. According to our label, there'll be more singles coming off of this album. Um, I don't know if we're going to do more videos. There, it's pretty involved and a lot of planning and difficult to make the videos. So I'm not sure about that, but yes, and we're going to start playing live. We're putting our live show together, and we're going to get that going. But yeah, we're going to keep on trucking, and
Fantastic.
keep making more music
Well, I
till we
can't wait
drop.
to hear more. I can't wait to hear more stuff. Everything I've heard so far has been knocking me out of the park.
Oh, great.
I don't get a chance to listen to actual albums very often.
Mhm.
I tend to what I do is when I like a song that comes in, I stick it in a playlist, stick it in my liked playlist, and then I stick it in the Rock Hard Radio Show playlist. So there's like thousands of songs in that. And I checked Spotify today to become a creator, and
Mhm.
I have like 17 followers.
Mhm. Look at you.
Which isn't a lot, but I've never pushed Spotify, so people are finding me on Spotify without me
That's
making
great.
any effort. So
That's amazing. When you when well, the last few songs have been much more popular, but you know, you release the song comes out, and when it's doing well, it's like, oh man, you're on this roller coaster, and it's like, oh, we got this many more people listen yesterday, and this many people watched the video on YouTube, and then splat, about
yeah,
3 or 4 weeks later, it just nosedives, and then you're kind of in this, oh man, and then you got to release the next thing. In fact, the
yeah,
first video from the album that came out, um, YouTube blocked the algorithm so we could boost it because they said there was too many disturbing images. Although I don't think they realized that when the zombies were eating my brain, that was strawberry banana jello. Um, but yeah, so
hmm,
it was blocked for a while and it wouldn't come out. But since the second one came out and it started to gain views, now the zombie one, the first zombie
oh,
one, is gaining more views too. So I don't know what happened, but I'll
I
take it.
don't. Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't understand all the algorithms on Facebook and Instagram. I'm still trying to figure out how to tag people on Instagram.
Yeah,
Last week, I managed to change my name. At about New Year, I decided to, excuse me, get an Instagram, but I'd had a couple of drinks when I made it up and I put the wrong name. And it's taken me 9 months to figure out how to change it on Instagram. So Facebook, I've got down par, but
another niece who's our social media person, and all the social media, the drops, she does everything. I have no clue. I'm
oh, that's what
terrible
I
at
need
that
to
stuff.
do.
And the Facebook, yeah, yeah. You
I
need to
need
find
to
it.
employ my niece. She's a
Some kid.
whiz with social media. She's just a way to turn 18.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she likes dance music and not rock music, so or I would have
Well,
had her hired years ago.
you'll have to be a bad influence on her and get her into the rock and roll.
Yeah, I think that's what her friends are into,
Yeah.
is all the dance music, and she's only 17, 18, so she's just she'll find her way, same way as everybody else does.
Play role. She also has it's her own thing called Anapest, and she's in it's death metal,
Right.
which is super technical. Like I don't know how they remember all the parts to all the songs. It's
No.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think I might have to get a young person to help me with. I'm on TikTok and I'm doing okay. I'm on about 450 followers. I need 1,000 to go
Wow.
live. So the trick
Uh-huh.
is to follow lots of people apparently.
Yeah, I don't even know how to open our TikTok. But my niece told me, yeah, you have to you get a lot of people to follow. My daughters are the zombies in the video, and they're into she's the one that did the makeup. She's into the theatrical makeup.
Oh,
Um,
amazing.
and she's on TikTok. I think she has like 50,000 followers on TikTok. And hey, you want to do the makeup? Because if you have 50,000 followers on TikTok, I can sort of tag on to that. Um, and she was totally into it. So I have no idea how many TikTok followers we have, but when we released the reel for the video, the next day it said 1,800 people had viewed it. So it's really weird. I don't know how it happens. I don't know where things go or how you make it happen, but
Me
whatever.
neither. It's all um It's all
Mhm.
a bit gobbledygook to me, but as long as it works,
Yeah.
um, then I just go with it. When the algorithm says I'm not reaching as many people, it's usually because I haven't posted in a couple of days. But if I've nothing to say, then what's the point in posting rubbish if you've nothing to say?
Yeah,
Just the
exactly.
same algorithm.
And,
I don't kind of follow that too much because if I followed it too much, like you're saying, you would go up and then down and up and down and
yeah,
um
it's an emotional roller coaster.
I
And,
just get excited when even one person follows me. So
yeah, but it gets addictive, right? You have a few people
it
following you, and it's like,
does.
"Oh, man, can I get 100 people? Oh, man, can I get 1,000 views?" It's
Hmm.
yeah, and then when it doesn't happen, but now I've learned to appreciate the moment better than I did in the past.
Me too. We're actually running out of time, so is there
Okay.
anything that you think that I've missed or that you'd like to discuss?
No, I mean, I just, want to get to know you, get to meet you.
It's been
The queen,
fantastic. It's been a
the
great
queen of
conversation.
Scottish rock and roll, Kim Rennie.
Scottish rock and roll, that's it.
Yeah. So anything, we'll send you another vinyl, so you'll have one to show and
That
one
would
to
be
go.
fantastic. Yeah.
And
I'll
anything you
need
need, anything you want us
some,
to do.
I will need some MP3s because when this interview goes out, there'll be three of your songs to go with it.
Okay.
So the interview goes out and then three songs. But if they swear, just kind of send the lyrics as well and I'll edit them out. It doesn't take very long if it's not too
Just yeah, just send me,
maybe
just
it's a
send me,
nightmare
just send me
to
the
try
songs
and
you want,
edit.
and I'll get you the MP3s the next day. Yeah, it's
Fantastic. I'll
no
go through
worries.
the ones that I've had a look at, and that's amazing. Tenacious D, I tried to clean up Tenacious D one day. That did not work well.
No.
I thought I'd challenge myself. I failed miserably.
That's a tough challenge, though.
I think it was just when one swear goes into the next swear,
Mhm.
that's when it's quite difficult when they crash each other.
To swear NATO.
And swear NATO, that's a great word. I'm gonna use that. Yes. The word that I've been using quite a lot at the moment is twat waddle.
What waddle? I'll have to remember that one.
It just somebody I just that person's been a twat waddle today. I don't know where
I
it
like
came
that.
from. I don't know how it's in my head, but it's there.
I
And
like that, but you have to have that lovely Scottish accent
the
to go
lovely
with it, or
Scottish accent,
yeah,
yes,
my
twat waddle.
my nasally Canadian accent ain't gonna work.
Well, do you know what? I'm getting better at accents. I was watching something last night and I'm like, he's Canadian.
Mhm.
It's like I never used to be able to tell, but there's subtleties in the accent that most people don't pick up. And
Because
I've started
Canadian,
picking
yeah,
up some
Canadians,
of the subtleties.
Americans are more like, yeah, all right. So I'm from Michigan, and this is the way it's going to work. And we
Mm,
talk like this, huh? And the Canadians will say, "A," things like
eh,
that. But
uh-huh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I was able to do accents like, I could do beautiful North London accents if you
Oh, that's
like.
very good.
Yeah, and I love
That's
the
very spinal. You must have watched a lot of Spinal Tap to get that accent.
goes to 11.
That's great. That was an absolutely fantastic accent. I love doing accents. My friend and I just burst into accents in middle of shopping centres and things when we're going shopping.
When I hear you say that, it's the Hard Rock Radio Show. It's
Hard
just
rock
amazing.
radio show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even notice it now. Sometimes I get tired before the end of the show because 4 hours is quite a long time to fill,
Yeah.
especially
That's
live.
nuts. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's good. And it gets most of the stuff that I want to do. I want to do the interview. I want to do the cover corners and the live links, and um, I just enjoy it. My least favorite part is actually presenting it.
The prep is the fun part.
Yeah, I quite like prep. I love the emails because every day I open emails and it's like, what new goodies do I have today?
Oh wow. Yeah. And from all over the world. So that's
from all over the world. I got some South African, what was it, South African stuff the other day, and they were really good. Um, Somalian stuff I've had, Dutch, Finland. I get a lot of Finnish metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finland is big with their metal and their death metal and their
I
screamo
wonder
stuff.
how they find you. Like,
I
it's
don't know.
super cool though. You know?
That's the power of the internet. I mean, Facebook has
Yeah.
been a wonderful tool for me.
Hmm. Yeah.
I've been on Facebook since 2007, so I understand that a little bit better than all the other ones.
Yeah. Still, I can't master it though. So yeah.
Well, at Facebook, I've got down par. TikTok, I've got a lot of editing things to catch up with. My son had said to me today, because he does video games and stuff,
Hmm.
he makes video game footage on TikTok. He's not very famous, but he enjoys doing it and he's building up his numbers. And he's like, send me it. And it's like, I have about 300 gigs worth of stuff that needs edited. It's like, yeah, don't send that to me. And it's like, it's trying to find some time.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff.
Mhm. Well, I think that's pretty much our time coming up. Thank you so
Well,
much, Craig.
thank you. This has been great. This is great
It
to,
has. It's been
like I
a
said,
great
virtually
talk.
meet you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
That's the great thing about Zoom is
mhm.
you can see who you're talking to.
Yeah.
And
Great.
I love Zoom because it records the video and the audio at the same time. And at some point, I would like to use the video for YouTube, the audio for the radio shows, and then for podcasts. It's just I have to take baby steps or I panic. So I'm quite good at little baby steps, and I'm quite
That's a good
happy
way to
with the
go.
progress.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they
That's what they
say.
say. Yeah. So if you let me know what songs you want, I'll turn around and get you the MP3s for everything.
Kind of
And,
want everything. Is that okay?
you want everything. Oh, well, I can, let
Within
me,
reason. I mean,
I'll speak to Pierre. He has all the MP3s. I'm just
hmm
wondering, it might be zip files.
that's
If let's
okay. I
say,
can unzip files. That's fine.
okay. Yeah. Let me,
I use WeTransfer, Google,
all that
whatever the
crap.
Google one
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, let me get on that and I'll get everything over to you.
that's fantastic. And I will. This'll probably be a couple of weeks. I've got a few interviews sitting. I haven't even decided whose interviews on this week, so it might even be you.
I'm a very patient man, so yeah.
Me too, actually. I've got quite a lot of patience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Craig. I've really
Thank you.
enjoyed this.
It was great. We'll get you all those songs and well, I'll be listening to you on the radio.
Thank you very much. I will
All right.
definitely give you a shout.
Cool. All right. Take care.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim.
You too. Thank
Thank you.
you. See you
Okay. Take
later.
care. Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.